to close off this little mini series here on parenting, I figured I would talk about something that I would hear said a lot about kids and having your own children growing up. But by definition, it's something that you can't even really experience at all until you have kids of your own. And that is that the love you feel for them, it really is like off on its own. It really is like this different, weird level. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my wife to death. She's amazing. She's beautiful. You know, she is my life partner forever. But, you know, the love I feel for her is different than the love I feel for my kids, which is also different than the love I feel for like my older brother or the love I feel for my parents. You know, they're all very high levels of love, but they are different from each other. When it comes to your kids, it's like, you know, it's like different on a whole nother level. Like it does feel to me like it's a trick in our genes or in our DNA or something to ensure that the species can propagate and live on. And it's going to sound kind of weird, but like I never fear dying, you know, growing up, and not something that I would obviously go ahead and pursue, but it was never something that I was really ever worried about, right? Until I had my own kids. And now death is scary as hell, man. Like I cannot die until they're at least 18, but really now that, you know, I'm about to turn 40, you know, like, and you know, my parents are still alive and they're getting to see me grow and I get to see them grow old together and stuff like that. You know, I got to make it till my kids are like 40 at least, I'm thinking now. So, you know, it's been a kind of weird transition. Like I've had several, you know, like times where I probably should have died. I just got really lucky, you know, and didn't. And, you know, just doing whatever I can to try and avoid those situations. Like, you know, if I was never one into racing myself, but if I'm driving in a car, one of my friends wants to go race somebody, fuck no, let me out. I am not doing that. The chances of dying that is way too high. Now, of course, I would still do things like, you know, I go skydiving and do stuff like that. But really, you know, if you look at it objectively, the chances of dying skydiving, very low and very fun. So you got to kind of weigh the fun to death factor. Which racing, yeah, sure, racing in a car is kind of fun, but also terrifying. The chances of dying is very high. So that kind of stuff out, you know, like, you know, not like I was ever one for really fighting in the streets. But nowadays, you know, like, Maybe I won't die in a street fight, but maybe I go to jail or something for a prolonged period of time. Fucking not happening, not worth it, you know. And so just making adjustments to that was another kind of very noticeable change. Is having kids, and you know, you love them so much that you kind of greedily want to be there yourself to watch them grow. And honestly, maybe that is the main driving factor there too. But I also feel like if I did die, go to jail for a prolonged period of time, you know, the effect that it would have on my kids, I mean, not being around them, you know, is just not something worth risking at any rate. I mean, like even now, like, you know, my older brother is a firefighter. My dad was a firefighter. That was my dream job. You know, even on that small scale, like me be gone for like 24 hours at a time, 3 or 4 days out of 9. Now, fuck that. You know, that's too much time away from them. So I don't want to do that. So I definitely can't be going to jail or like, you know, taking some job that pulls me away from them for too long or dying. So nonetheless, yeah, once you have kids, dying is off the table. Anyway, now I'll wrap it up. We're getting back to my regular type of, you know, lucid dreaming, sleep, meditation type content after this. And until then, keep parenting legit.